Comprehensive manual for the a comprehensive manual for the individualized dog and cat grooming. About the authors. I came up to New York as a recognized scientist in the field of psychology, and my life kept working with, and through my life, kept working with dogs and other sides of interest. Even at school, when students were usually looked at some additional income, I prefer to make money through my hobby, purebred show dogs. As early as 16, I groomed terriers and schnauzers. Being a beginner groomer, I got the job on most difficult animals, aggressive, very mated, rare breeds, etc. I had to be creative and resourceful. We had not really took tools and most of the necessary advice that had been found elsewhere in pre-internet era. I did it, and my clients value my ability. Then I graduated, started my scientific career, and got a chance to step away from difficult work. But I still had my own 3 years. I still had a hobby. That led me to the world of practice. During the next 2 decades, I had no necessity to execute this hard work for money, but I did it for pleasure. In the 90s, when the USSR collapsed, it became impossible to make a living through my main profession as physiologist, writer and scientific theoretical scientist. And my hobby gave me an impulse to start something that was demanded by the situation. I initiated and organized the first division of higher kinological education in Eastern Europe. I created a program which was supposed to educate top-level professionals in the canine industry. At the time of establishment, independent to educate top-level professionals for the canine industry. At the time, with the market-oriented economy, well-prepared professionals were needed to serve as public and private kennels and salons, to create canine services for police and military, and to serve as canine club managers or researchers in the pet industry. We based such a canine professionals education division in biology department of well-known Mechnikov University of Odessa, Ukraine. There was a good base for biological and liberal art education. To improve the specific course that were created for the new professional profile of education, I invited lecturers from all over the Eastern Hemisphere, the most recognized experts and activists in the field willing to join our team. As a host of many famous professionals, I attended their courses together with my students. It was a two-way road. I initialized many curriculum and got back real knowledge for myself. Those several pathetic years and drastic years accomplished, fulfilled and systemized my theoretical knowledge of the industry. I moved to New York in 1997. Here I found many new things for me. First of all, I discovered that besides the many concerts in and around canine field, there seems alike. There are very great difference in their content. For me, it became obvious that just direct translation of the words and term is not enough to understand one another, and there are deeper meaning hidden in the words, even if they look similar here in English, in Europe. Through practices, I start to understand deeper the whole profession here and there. The knowledge of different meanings of the same terms mutually enlighten in the understanding of the core content of pet services. In a while, I start my own business, and it has been established here for more than a decade. So I can say that whenever I'm doing it right. Several groomers work for me in the business. Some worked for me in the past and later became separate businessmen, businesswomen in the pet industry. Some of my employers work for salary reasons, and so long as they do their job satisfactorily, they stay in my business. But a few of them had the same intention in their profession as I do, and they became my colleagues and co-thinkers. Yanina Ruda is one of my recent invaluable successes. She was a young dog trainer and show expert for several years, and I think her vision in dog aesthetics and the individualized approach grown from this background. She is rarely satisfied with her or somebody else's grooming work. Even when somebody around her is happy with the results, she can find something that can be improved. This tendency for top achievement in grooming is the sign of creative style, and many other pieces of art are evidence of that. I'm often glad to see the results of her art, and I'm sure that she will achieve more and more. Yanina and I share common ideas and ideals in our profession, and as a product of this common vision are the chapters in this manuscript.